What's up? What's up? What's up? My boy A Black, what's up with you, baby?
What it do? What it do? StormWarning is in the building, of course, but you guys already know that.
Yes, sir, man. Oh, we got that good old win against Georgia Tech this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? Of course, and it's the good old rivalry week. Florida State finna kick that ASS. You feel me? What your thoughts about the game this past weekend, man?
We got the win, right? So I'm happy about that. Not too happy that we gave up 30 points to Georgia.
What's up, E-Dub?
Not too happy that we gave up 30 points to Georgia Tech. But, you know, like I said, that we need to start fast, and we did. You know, offense was moving. Still some things I would like to see improve. I would definitely
speak on it. What you like?
I think, man,
what you want to improve?
Look, I may lose my mind to see once we get this running game going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't think the running game was pretty good?
Like consistently, like consistently. I don't mean like in spurts. I mean, you know, consistent. You know what I mean? But the offense played well. You know what I'm saying? TVD is the catalyst for that. You know what I'm saying? But at times, Rhett Lashley kind of fell back into
always
doing Rhett Lashley things. He was Lashley in it, right? You know, it's 4th and 1, and you run an inside zone with Jalen Knighton instead of bringing in one of your big power backs like Thad or Cody. Like, just little things like that, man. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
I know what play you was talking about. I seen Steve-O. He had did a review of that, and I kind of had hit him up.
What's up,
Cuban? I had thought on it was a read. I thought he was should have pulled it, because if you look at it, it was crash. That free runner had crashed to the running back. But like I said, even then, I think they probably should have had a bigger back. Even if that was the case, it was a read option. I think you should have had the bigger guy in there.
Yeah, like have the bigger guy in there, because guess what? We never know, right? If you have the bigger guy in there, the bigger guy may break that tackle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you never know, right? He may break that tackle, but I mean, that was that was a good catch, but no. But yeah, it just like we gave up 30 points to Georgia Tech. I'm just like, and the quarterback was a shell of himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't run as much as he normally would.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it is what it is, but they gotta shore that up. You know what I'm saying? Because,
what you like? What was your standout players on defense?
Wayman Steve played pretty good at linebacker.
He's really upped his play, bro. And big shout out to Ragon. That kid came in and stepped up and played some pretty solid football. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to that kid for taking advantage of his opportunity. But yeah, man, Wayman Steve, man, I'm happy to see that kid.
Myself and a couple others is like, yo, where's Chase Smith? But whatever.
Yeah, I can see it, but
yeah, Wayman Steve. I like Wayman Steve played a hell of a game. He played. They need to put him at the mic. He needs to be. He should play the mic right now.
Talk about Steve.
Yeah.
He's been in on the middle on a few times I've seen him. I've been doing pretty good, man. But yeah, man, I'm just happy for that kid, man. He's one of those. He's just he shows you, man. Just sit there. You know, he had some crazy injuries early in his career that kind of hampered him being on the field.
Right.
Man, but that guy's one of those true canes that just, hey, man, I'll rep the you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of paying out for him. And I love to see those kids get in and you start seeing them prosper, because he was a pretty good linebacker coming out of high school, and people had some, he had compared to Sean Spence, you know what I'm saying, had that comparison and things that nature. So seeing him, he hasn't been Sean Spence, but you can see him flash that talent that we always thought that he had. As far as on the back end, man, what you think about James Williams' performance this past weekend?
I mean, he played well. You know what I'm saying? He played well, but there's always room for improvement, right?
I think he kind of resorted back to that shoulder tackling.
Yeah, and they're all doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all form up good for like a game and a half, and then you result right back to the bad habits, right? You want to make the woo hit. You know what I'm saying? That woo hit and not the short tackle. You know what I mean? Rapping and forming and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not gonna say he's young anymore. I'm like, yo, at this point,
because you don't see Cam doing it.
Yeah, you're not really a freshman no more, right?
Yeah.
And that goes, and for that matter, that even goes for the upperclassmen that are doing that. It's like, come on, y'all see the productivity when you form and when you don't form. So, and if you do that this week, right? You're gonna have athletes on that offense. But if you don't rap, they could take that thing and make it a house call.
Also, Trav, if he's playing, if they say he's healthy, that kid will take off on you now.
Yeah,
he got some wheels and he can make some plays with his legs. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Because
so they really got to work on their form tackling this week.
Right. Because at the end of the day, the quarterback's not accounted for. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback's not accounted for. So now he hit a lane and he gone. So like, you
got to make that tackle. First man got to get him down on leash. Hold them up until the next person can get there. Hold on, let's read this question from Cuban Kane.
He said about the drop.
Do we have any drop issues? We might have to start calling. I don't think we had. Did we have any drop issue this past week? I think Rambo had 2 drops.
Yeah, Rambo had
2 drops.
And that's becoming a pattern with him over the last few games. He's been dropping them. They right in his hands, and it's.
But that was his thing at Oklahoma, though. That's why his snaps kind of decreased a little bit. But he did rebound, had over 200 yards. Kudos to him. We haven't had that in a while, man. That kid, that just goes to show you he could have had close to 300 yards if he would drop the passes. Keyshawn Smith had a drop too. I think we only had 3 drops that game, which you're gonna see. In college football, you're gonna have some drops during the game.
I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not excessive like we were seeing last year. We ain't having 4 or 5 apiece.
Right. Nobody's gonna play a perfect game, right? But sometimes when you're wide open, you expect the receiver to make that catch.
Exactly.
I
think he was just taking off. He seen the end zone before.
When that thing hits you right here and you drop it. Like it's almost like that's the lack of concentration.
Yeah, you gotta see that in.
But news came out. News came out that Will Mallory is coming back.
What you think about that, man?
I really don't. I really don't care. Like, I mean, like, what's gonna change? Like, no disrespect to the young man, but I'm like, bro, you haven't done anything this year. Like,
you don't think so? You don't think he stepped up the last 3 games?
Why? Because he caught 2 passes and a touchdown.
I think he's increased his play the last because he sealed the game against NC State, made some good catches.
Right,
Pittsburgh. I'm not saying he's Brevin. He haven't been Brevin, but I think he has rebounded from early in the season where he was really like, okay, now Mallory, what's going on?
Put like this. This how I look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take him out and you replace him with Arroyo or Hodges or Brantley, you're not gonna miss Will Mallory.
I don't think you would miss him with Arroyo, but I don't think Hodges or the other guy.
No, I'm talking about if you rotating all 3 of them, or if you just keep Arroyo in. I don't think you miss Mallory, right? Almost, but you notice like when we didn't have Brevin, you could tell the offense was different, right? When Brevin wasn't in the game, you knew like, damn, but the offense don't run right. I don't think Mallory has that. He's a different
type of tight end.
So, I mean,
only thing I would say I'm excited for him to coming back because we do a lot of 2 tight end sets, and I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just think that it's always good to have talent. I think Aurora is more talented than him. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then it's Mallory, but then I think it's a bigger drop off from the other tight ends right now.
I don't think Brantley is that far off because Brantley played a lot.
I gotta go back and check him out. I gotta go back.
I think Bentley played a lot. I think he played some on Saturday. I don't think the drop off is that significant, but in hindsight, him coming back, it gives him another year to work on his craft, right? Mm-hmm. Another year to work on his craft to prove that he is what everybody thought he was going to be coming out of high school, right?
Yeah.
But if Arroyo takes that next step in his game, then
yeah, of course,
snaps will be diminished for Will. You know what I'm saying? Or they will be equal.
Yeah, but I think next year they're going to be equal regardless because Arroyo has proven that he's a reliable. And, he had that fumble, which it happens,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But I think next year the snaps will be equal just based off the talent and what he's done so far. You know what I'm saying? So right. I have no doubt that it'll be equal.
And Arroyo, to me, he's a far better blocker than Mallory.
I agree. That kid, man, and he's a future. I honestly think Arroyo is a future first round draft pick.
Yeah,
if
man.
he doesn't get injured,
and we get an OC that gets him the ball at least 7 times. If he could get 7 targets a game, when he's the number one guy, he's gonna get that because we seen what he did. You seen them get Brevin the ball damn near every game, at least 10 touches. So I think that'll be whoever the OC is, right? I don't like whoever it is. Like, yo, man, you got to be able to work the middle of the field because against when teams face us, the middle of the field be wide open all the time, bro.
Yeah,
like wide open. It'd be like taking candy from a baby.
So let's you know what? Since we go, great win Georgia Tech, but man, this show ain't about Georgia Tech. This is about the trash in Tallahassee. You know what I'm saying? So we finna get on to something real nice, real quick, man. Something that I love. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, let's share this screen real quick. You feel me? Let's share this screen real quick. This is what we want.
75,000. There's one in every seat. He's got an MC down there. He's got it. They came here to see Hurricane football. Let's go like a bunch of crazy men and play some games.
Y'all know who that is.
That's the great Jimmy J.
When I think about Florida State, I think about the great rivalry we had. Every time we played Miami, they call it Game of the Century.
Remember, the winner
we just said this shit.
The national championship.
It was a period of time where University of Miami was outstanding, Florida State was outstanding. Nearly every time we played, it was 1 versus 2, or 1 versus 3, or 2 versus 4. The thing that made it so special is so many good players. There were more pros on that dadgum field than they had up in the NFL. Big rivalry like Florida State and Miami. There's just so much more excitement.
There's 19 all, 2:30 to go.
Pass to Irvin. Yep.
Oh, get out of there, Irvin. Get out of there, Mike.
Touchdown, Miami.
Take the helmet off.
Danny McManus has talked Bobby Bowden out of going for 1 in a tie. No good. The gamble fails in Tallahassee.
I've got great memories with Florida State. I remember one time, I guess it must have been about 88, they were ranked preseason number 1. And they had done a rap video prior to the
Oh, that's the one with Dion, ain't it?
Yeah, I remember that.
Good, some say it was great. I told it simple, best in the land. Rockin' to the beat of the monster.
That trash, man.
On the shirt, know my name. But if you don't, then I'm not to blame. I got world class speed with a moose spap. It's all my way, you know I'll be there. You see, I played my best when they came on the line. I guess why they call me rap stars. I'm called Scottish, and I know that. But there's like I do,
oh man, that's trash, man.
We had all our kids back. Well, we were going to win it. We go down there and play them. They beat us 31-0.
Oh,
just killed us.
Working against the clock. Down over the middle. Touchdown, Miami.
This could be for a national championship.
Michigan.
But that field goal, that was unbelievable.
yes, sir, man.
I had a kicker that never missed a field goal inside the 40.
Man. That rivalry, you just seeing all those clips right there, man, just shows you how prominent this rivalry is, man. We just talked about this on my god other show just not too long ago. You feel me? Like this is those are the matchups that made me just fall in love with Miami even more. You know what I'm saying? Even in some of the losses, just seeing how competitive and how dominant, you know what I'm saying, that game was, man. And, you know what I'm saying? I know you talked about your favorite game was 2000, and mine was the one in Santana Moss in like 2005, 2004 when he ran the screen. But besides those two, what other memorable game that you can say that you was on the edge of your seat and you was like, it was a sigh of relief when we came out and you was like nervous?
When I lived in South Florida, 2002, that game. You know what I'm saying? That was that joint was a field goal, right? 91-92. Same thing. Right, left. I mean, right and left. So, like, honestly, it don't matter what game you pick because they all were good, right? It don't matter what game, what year, what era. They all were good when both teams were at their top. When we could match, we go player for player.
Yep.
And it came down to the players making the play, and it came down, who had the better coaches or who had the better players and who just made that extra play at that particular time. Because like we said, man, the players that played in that game are some of the greatest players to ever play the game of college and in the NFL. So, another game that was good in 94 when, in 94, the 94 season, when they came down to the OB, Warren Sapp's junior year, and everybody thought we was gonna lose, and we dogged them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many games, man. You just think about it's crazy. Like, it was just that was the rivalry game. Forget a Michigan
Iron Bowl
State or Iron Bowl. Forget all of that. It was Miami, Florida State, because you take Ohio State, Michigan, you maybe had like one or two or maybe four players total, right? Miami, Florida State, you had at least 20.
Exactly.
Then you have players on the bench that was probably better than the starters at these other rivalries.
I got a question for you. Why do you think that the Florida State and Miami game is more prominent than the Miami and Florida or the Florida State and Florida game? Y'all can answer that question too.
Because we were the same team. We were the same team, the same type of vibe, right? It's almost like the same players Miami had, Florida State had. Them inner city dog mentality type players that knew, like, yo, I'm here to retire my family. Like, by any means necessary, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like Florida seemed like those, and maybe they wasn't, but they just had this preppy, uppity style about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
they also had a lot more Georgia. It seemed like they had a lot more Georgia kids on that team.
Right. They seem more snobbish, like, turn their nose up. In Miami, Florida State had them straight goons.
Yeah, because they wouldn't play, because they stopped playing us. They won't play us every year.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Them cats are from the Pork and Bean projects and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was almost playing against yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like almost playing against yourself. And that's why that rivalry was so great to us, and why it meant more to us as Miami, Florida State fans than that Florida State, Florida game. So yeah.
So what are you like? Okay, so how would you approach this game Saturday? What would be your approach offensively and defensively?
My approach defensively is to shore up some of these deficiencies, not and tighten up this run game.
Like, how would you attack them?
I would definitely spy the quarterback. I would definitely spy the quarterback. But then, would you say, like, okay, play less man? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you can keep your eyes on the quarterback. Or you got to put pressure on him. You got to get pressure on him. You got to move that quarterback off his spot. Make him uncomfortable. back there in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And if, you know what I'm saying, and if he darts, you got to spy. Or you tell the D tackles on pass downs, don't be in a hurry to get upfield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of slow walk it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get upfield
And give him no lane.
And give him a lane. So, but at the end of the day, we got to tackle. No matter what we do, we got to tackle. Like we got to tackle, bro. So yeah, you put pressure on them. You know, I wouldn't be so gun-ho with the blitzing. You know what I'm saying? I would disguise that a lot. I would show blitz, but then drop off into coverage to confuse the quarterback. On offense, you know, start fast, get the running game going, work the middle of the field, use your tight ends, you know what I'm saying, to set up Rambo, Smith, and whoever else on the outsides. But we got to get that running game established, man. That running game was set up, will open up everything, especially play action and things of that nature, man. The running game is pivotal.
I disagree to just a little bit. I think the run game has been fine. I think the short yardage run game is what we need to improve on, because he ran for 162. You know what I'm saying? So I think, but we haven't been being able to convert those 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s or 3rd and 2s like we need to keep the drives going early in the game.
He ran for 162 against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, we had 162. Knighton had 162 against him.
He did?
Yeah, he had 162. Yeah.
You sure?
I'm positive. Hold on, let's look at it. Hold on. Let me go back. Boom. I pull it up. Boom. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, big dog.
Yo, what's up, All Sports Podcast? What's going on with you? So I don't know where I saw this.
Yeah, he had I know I wasn't tripping. Here, go. Hold on.
I don't know where I saw this or heard this. Is TVD better than Brad Kaya?
Hell no.
Okay.
Shit, no, hell no, man. People got to put respect on Brad Kaya's name, bro. People don't understand how special that kid was, man. I love TVD, but bro, Kaya was special at Miami, and people not gonna really appreciate him until years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look what he did with
he could have beat Florida. He could have beat Florida State twice
by himself. If it
wasn't for the field goal, right? And then when they had Jameis Winston down at halftime, but the defense laid an egg in the second half, and Dalvin Cook
for over 350 every time he played Florida State.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
4 touchdowns.
Dalvin Cook was the reason for that in that game.
But yeah, if you look at it, he had 32 carries for 162 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, he that's what I'm saying. It was the third, like it's the short yardage that we need to improve on. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we haven't been converting those 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s and extending the drive. But far as, you know what I'm saying, breaking big plays and having running lanes, we've been running the counter really good these past last 3 games. You feel what I'm saying? Offensively, how would you attack them? Because they got a pretty good defense. They got a pretty good defensive line.
Spread them out.
You spread them? But, man, that boy Jermaine Johnson, man. That's his name.
Jermaine Johnson. And it's another guy that had another transfer. He played DN, I think. His number is number 4, who's pretty good, too. But,
yeah.
I mean, you know, quick passing game. You know what I'm saying? Get TVD in some rhythm. Quick passing game. Get it out quick. You know what I'm saying? Use the tight end. Work the middle of the field. Use the tight end. You know, swing the running backs out in the flat, long handoff. You know what I'm saying? To kind of slow up those edge rushers that they have.
You see this question right here? Is TVD freshman? No, he's not.
No, not at all.
Y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all gotta understand, man. What Brad Kaya did his freshman year was phenomenal.
Y'all gotta stop.
His first game.
I love TVD, but Brad Kaya was a true freshman, mind you. He was a true freshman.
True freshman.
His first year in the school in that system, right?
He beat out Ryan Williams,
right? Like
senior.
Like y'all gotta Y'all like, yo, I'm not saying y'all.
Oh no, we're not ragging on you, big dog.
We're not getting
ragging on you.
I'm just saying, I think sometimes when you get a shiny new toy, you forget about that old reliable that we had in the shed at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brad Kai was nice, yo. That dude was nice.
Oh, this the other DN. He talking about Keon
Yeah,
Thomas.
Yeah. What school did he transfer from? Where did he? I forgot where. I remember them saying it, but I can't remember right now. But he's pretty good too. He's pretty decent. He's pretty decent as well.
Linebacker play, man. Those guys are pretty solid too, man. It's just that back end. They got some guys that we recruited, some highly talented guys that we wanted, but those guys been getting left in the dirt. Brownlee. He been getting mossed. What's Devontae? What's the kid named Dean? That we want.
Dent.
Akeem Dent.
Akeem Dent.
He hasn't lived up to that number one corner billing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think me personally, how I would attack them, like you said, I would go back to the flare ups with Rooster, making them DNs have to run, getting them tired, so that pass rush. You know what I'm saying? Ain't as prominent in them third down situations, you know what I'm saying? And late in the game. And
we gotta avoid, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
You good, bro?
We gotta avoid the third and longs.
Yes.
We gotta keep it third and short. We can't have 3rd and 9s and 15s and stuff like that. We gotta stay out of those.
He said he came from South Carolina.
Okay.
Or Auburn.
Yeah, it's one of the two, right? But he pretty decent too. You know what I'm saying? And I think they have the edge as far as pass rushers, DNs. I would give them the edge because Jermaine Johnson is he's
a monster. He's a monster.
He's going to the league. He's going in the first round. Like
so who, far as offensively, who do you think? Do you think they have the edge at running back? Do you take Kane over, what's his name? Kane Bain? Number
0?
Yeah.
He's nice. He's nice, but I don't think they got the edge.
Okay.
I won't say they got the edge.
I've seen something that they gave Florida State the edge at running back, I didn't agree with.
But he's good. Like yeah, I ain't gonna front. He's definitely good.
So who's the key? So who are your key players for this week?
My key player is the left tackle, Zion. He has to control that edge rusher. He's got to be the key. You know what I'm saying?
Skill player.
Zion and Jared Williams. Those two gonna have to control them two edge rushers.
Because I know Jakai gonna hold his in the middle. He gonna hold his own in the middle. I know Jakai gonna do his thing.
So
I agree with you all things sports. Attack on first downs. We got to stretch them boys.
Yeah.
We got to keep doing what we've been doing. Let TVD take them deep shots. Seeing, you know what I'm saying, seeing them guys can play with us, because lately they ain't been able to play with us as far as cornerback position. Because if you look back last year, we were bombs away, bombs over Baghdad.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Outkast, the great Outkast used to say.
Right. Yeah, man. Speaking, Andre 3000. Andre, I miss you, dude.
Oh yeah, he need to come back. What's up?
I miss you, dude. Yo, I miss you. Like, you one of my dudes. I'll just put a verse out and I don't care. I just want to hear a new verse from you, brother. I do. Yeah, that's my joint.
Do you have any skill players that you think gonna be the key?
So
what matchup on offense, offensively?
If we on defense, or you talking?
No,
about
we on offense. Who was the you said Jared Williams and you said Zion.
I said Jared Williams and Zion.
Yeah. So do you got a skill player? That's it.
That's it right there. Because if they can't contain or hold or slow down this pass rush, it's gonna be a long day. We're not gonna be getting nothing started because them edge rushers, they're gonna be collapsing everything. So
that's true.
The left and right tackle is paramount. They got to step up big this weekend.
Man, as far as offensively, man, I think it's gonna be big on usually the tight end. for us has been the key against Florida State. I'm picking Mallory or Aruro. Aruro, how you pronounce that, man? I'd be butchering his name. I look for them. I think one of them gonna be the key guys. I think Elijah may be the standout, but like I said, Will has been stepping up this past couple of weeks. And then I think I'm gonna look for Mike Harlan to have a big game this week. I think Mike Harlan gonna have a big game because I think they're gonna try to bracket Rambo. But one thing I will say about Rhett, he's gonna create a situation where it's a mismatch or matchup. He's pretty good at scheming those, getting those guys one-on-one. But I just think I think the key guy overall would be Lashley.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? If he's gonna be able to stay aggressive, you feel what I'm saying? Defensively, I'm gonna put onus on the D tackles because they're gonna want to run Kane, whatever his name is. They're gonna look to try to get him going, and they got another running back that's pretty good that they try to get going. So I'm looking for Nesta.
Yeah,
I'm looking for Nesta and Ford to play big against the run this week, like they did last year. Setting Big Ford, he commands a double team on many occasions, and I'm looking for Big Nesta to be in the backfield like he was last year. Because he always get up. He usually play his best games against Florida State. He's very, very, very amped up for that game. And on the back end, I think Tyreek Stevenson and Cam gonna come up big for us. I think we're still gonna struggle with the linebackers. I think Keontae Smith gonna play solid, but I don't know how they're gonna be able to. If Flag is in the game, I don't think he's gonna be able to spy that quarterback. We're gonna have to switch somebody. We're gonna have to keep Steed on him because Steed sideline speed has been very impressive. Yeah, Steed or Keontae.
Yeah, I would charge Keontae with that job.
Yeah, spy on him.
But like Manny don't really like to do that. I'm like, dude, like yo.
As far as what spying with
Keontae? Like spying, like, bruh. Let me explain something to you. Like some of the greatest D coordinators, NFL and college, they've done that. Like if you ever watch, when they do that, the Super Bowl thing on NFL Network, and they talk about Super Bowl teams, and when they was talking about Tampa Bay, and they was like, yo, for every running quarterback, Warren Sapp was like, all right, we playing Don McNabb, we got Derek Brooks. We playing this person, we got Derek Brooks. We got to play Michael Vick, we got Derek Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Derek Brooks was always in charge with spying the running quarterback. Bro, like sometimes, let the ego and the pride go. Put Keontae on. It don't have to be the whole game. On certain things, on maybe certain packages, or on passing downs. This is your guy. You spy him. Just in case he break the pocket, you there.
What about this? Hopefully they create a package to get because I know we've seen they lined up Tay. I think I said him play where he was on the field at the same time with James and Cam.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, he was up there, all three of them, and James came down in the box. I would have Tay spy. Yeah, you can have Tay. You can have Tay as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get a package where he's the spy. Get him on the field. Your job to do the whole game is to spy the quarterback.
Only reason I said Keontae is because he's already closer to the line of scrimmage, right? That's the only reason why I said that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or and then if they get used to Keontae spying, then you bait him where he's not the spy. Avonte's the spy, and now you sending Keontae on some pressure.
See, I like that because you can do me personally, how I would do it, I would do that with delayed blitzes. You see what I'm saying? Make it think it's a spy. Wait till they, say they may be doing their what you call it shit, the D line, the crossings and all that type stuff.
Yeah, the stunts. Yeah,
just stunts.
Exactly.
Wait till they open up, then you got free blitz. When you see an opening, you take it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And kind of flush him because he's not a good passer on the run. As we saw that last year when he was just throwing, he get real crazy with the football once he under pressure. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, them feet get to be antsy and not settled.
But me, I would put my ends, I would bring my ends wide to kind of like a contain. I would bring them wide and then have a spy in the middle, so it kind of flush him. You see what I'm saying? So he can't escape. You feel what I'm talking about?
Right.
And so that's how I would attack them. You feel me? My boy Tenja, he said 41-17. I kind of got it something like that. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think the game is going to be close. Hold on. We got one from Judge. Knowing, man, he's going to spy like he was doing with Greg. I mean, but Greg was fast enough to do it, though. But, he may do something crazy like that.
Yeah, and I like me, I'm like, I just wouldn't do that. Like, I'm not. Let your DNs do what they do. That's rush. Rush. You don't see you let your DNs rush the QB. Like let your DNs rush the QB. And plus, Greg was a freak. You know what I'm saying? Greg was a freak. Greg had the wingspan of like a Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? So if you think you got him beat, all he do is reach his arm out and he got you. Like, let them DNs rush. Let them DNs rush and get to the QB. Use somebody else that's to spy, or just better yet, just show up your defense and just shut shit down. You know what I mean? Stop having so many glaring holes and gaps and donut holes in your defense, and then we good. Like, yo.
Yeah, I just put the link in the chat, y'all. I want y'all to join us, man, and come in for a quick second. Kind of give us y'all favorite Florida State versus Miami game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come join us real quick. Speak y'all piece. Let us know what was your favorite game watching growing up. You feel me? But yeah, man. It's just like we talked about earlier, bro. It's crazy how back then it was just such good coaching. Back for a long period of time, you had the Bobby Bowns, and then you had the Jimmies, and then you had the Butch era. So even with Coca wasn't the greatest coach, but he just had other great coaches with him, as far as assistants, from the Randys and what I'm saying, things of that nature.
Right.
But right now it's it kind of fell off from coaching from on both sides for both programs.
Yeah, the coaching fell way off. It's like, before it was, in my opinion, before the coaches were so legendary that they would take a lot of the pressure off of the team, right? You know what I'm saying? You think of a Jimmy and a Dennis, right? Or even a Butch for that matter, right? With Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden was like, yo, I'm going to take all the pressure so my team could just go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? The game itself is already tensed enough. Don't need no more added pressure. We the coaches, we the legendary coaches. We built for that. And now it's like it's about the players. Now it's like the coaches, like they're the coaches, but it's the players. Before you had a storyline with the coaches and the players. You know what I'm saying? It was just star-studded from top to bottom.
So you good with words. You good with coming up with, motivational type deals. So before the game, we getting ready to go out. What would be your message to these young Canes? What would D Black say to them boys? If coach said, hey, D Black, we're gonna fire you out there, man. We want you to come speak to the team before we go out on the field. Give me your speech.
Pay me my money.
After we pay you $100,000 to come down.
Hey, look, no, I'll simply tell them, like, look, man, half of y'all been playing this game since you've been 5 years old. And the game doesn't change now that you're at the University of Miami. Only thing changed is the level of competition. And you guys been watching this rivalry from afar, and you've been dreaming and hoping and wishing one day I can be playing this game and be a part of this rivalry. Well, now that day is here. What are you going to do with your moment? Because the spotlight is on you. Just like the NCAA basketball, that one shining moment, this is the game where stars are born and created legends are born in this game. You want to be a first rounder? Show out in this game. You don't want to be? Lose this game and see what they think about you.
Because just think about the legend, like Langham. He will always be a legend in a sense for that catch. And in a sense, Rozier for making that pass. Look, that was a perfect pass.
Look, Langham making the catch, right? Sonoris Moss with the catch, right?
Frank Gore with the run.
Frank Gore with the run. And then you can Ken Dorsey. That's what catapulted Ken Dorsey into stardom. That drive.
Yeah.
Jeremy Shockey, same thing with the catch that catapulted him, right? So then you do the flip side. Florida State kickers missing them kicks.
Yeah, they probably hate it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like this rivalry right here, it does one or two things for people. For the good, it'll make them fold, right? But for the great, it's gonna make them focus.
Yeah.
So
like I said, we've played Florida State when they've had some great teams, right? Under when we had Golden and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we know that those games were close, even when we wasn't the greatest teams.
Right.
What do you feel like is the reason that those games were so close? And
because the offense and Brad Cox, because we had offensive playmakers, and even the defense had playmakers. It was just the scheme.
Yeah.
There was the scheme and the calls that failed those players at that time, because those same players were there in 2016, 17, 18, when the highest rank the defense has been was in, I think, 18, when it was ranked 12th in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We had the same players except for Denzel. Denzel was the only player that we really a couple others, but we still had a majority of them players were on that squad. It was the defensive scheme that failed, because Brad Kai should have beat Florida State 2 years.
Yeah. Actually, 3.
3.
It actually should have been 3. He should have beat them 2 years they had Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
And then it should have beat them that first year under Rick when they blocked that field goal.
Exactly.
He should have beat them 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you, man. I know I predicted a 45-13 victory, but that just goes to show you, no matter how bad the teams are, they always play each other close. And that's what makes this. That's why I feel like this is the greatest rivalry in college football. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Like I said on Rosterdam show on Sebastian Lane not too long ago. That rivalry is more so predicated off the fans and their intensity.
Right.
They didn't have the talent on both teams like the Miamis and the Florida States.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that didn't make a good product on the field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had the years with the Nick Sabans, and I think it was a time that Auburn went on like an 8-9 game win streak against Alabama, and the games wasn't even close.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? In majority of the Florida State Miami games, they usually come within 3 to 5 points. Yeah. It's rarely blowouts. If it's a blowout, it's a shocker. Just like when we won last year, 52-10. I have never in a million years think we would beat Florida State by 42 points. I would love for it to happen, but the games don't go like that. And the more that I kind of think about it, it kind of make me want to go back to what you said within 3 points, because I know how that game can go. Because you remember, 2019 that they jumped out 27-0 on us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then it took some heroic effort from Brevin Jordan. The defense stepped up tremendously with Pigney and Redwine got that forced fumble with the quarterback
and the pick. I think we got
the pick. Pigney got that pick.
Yeah,
he got that pick. So that game was probably in the recent history, like the past, but besides the one by Langdon, that probably was one of the most intense games, because we came back and rather than won by 1. So that game is like right behind that one for me within the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
That come from behind victory. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm just expecting a good game, man. I'm gonna be tuned in and locked in and focused, bro. You feel me? And what's up, Roster? Roster came in, showed us some love, man. Yeah, great show, man. Appreciate you having us on. You know what I'm saying? But we, it ain't too much more to say, man. It's Florida State, Miami, bro. It's Florida State, Miami. You know what I'm saying? So where you gonna be watching the game at?
I'm gonna be home.
Gonna be home?
Yeah, I'm gonna be home watching that thing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I may they do like watch parties here in Atlanta. So I may go to the bar and watch it.
Okay.
Because that's what I went to the pep rally for the Alabama game.
Right.
They usually show the game right there. That's like the Miami clubhouse
Okay.
in Atlanta. If you want to go watch the Miami game, you could go there and you can watch it with nothing but Canes fans. So I may go up there because I never watched it, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of Canes besides when I was at the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can kind of rehash your predictions. Everybody drop us your prediction real quick, man. We finna get ready to get out of here in a second, man. What's your prediction, Black? I know you gave it earlier. Kind of get the fans, you know what I'm saying, your prediction again.
38-35.
38-35. I can see that all day long. I said 45-13 on Sebastian Lane. Right now, I'm a roll with it. But I definitely can see a 3-point game because it's Florida State, Miami, man. You know what I'm saying? But like always, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Kind of short show today. We 45 minutes in, kind of short. I know my boy, he got to get ready for work and stuff like that, man. I know my guy tired, man. Got the boys up and running. Okay, E-Dub got 31-28. I can see that too. I can definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna cut it short today, 46 minutes in, man. Like always, bro. It's a pleasure. My boy D Black. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be back next week after we get this victory. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say something, man. Before we get out of here, man. Y'all got any loved ones that you ain't talked to in a while, man. You kind of had some problems with. Try to rekindle that, man, before it's too late. Because life's short. Going through some little personal stuff, but don't take it for granted being able to call your mom and your dad and talk to them. Because a lot of people don't have them, and some people wish that they can talk to their parents, you know what I'm saying, when they're going through some stuff, man. But if you got your mom and your dad still alive, or, you know what I'm saying, close sibling, grandmother, grandfather, call them, talk to them, man, and tell them you love them, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, just a little emotional state I'm in right now, man. But do that, man. That's all I wanted to kind of say, man. And of course, it's always go Canes. It's all about the you. And we about to kick Florida State ass Saturday. You feel me? And you already know what time it is. Hey, Black, we finna get up out of here, big dog. It's all about the you. It's much love, baby. Oh.
Peace, family.
Peace.